What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today working on the Econoline E-150 1988. We're going to be changing out the EGR valve. We'll be testing it, showing you quickly how to test it, but I'm going to be replacing it because this EGR valve has been in here forever. It's a freaking fossil. I suspect that it's not holding air. It's not working right. We're going to change it out and let's get into it. So here's the tools you're going to need. You might need some WD-40 to spray onto the area, the part where the pipe connects to the EGR valve, because that's where you're going to have to try to break that loose. You're also going to need the wrench to remove that. It's going to be a 1 1/16 wrench. A mandatory, you need this wrench right here. Also, if you're going to test the old EGR valve, you're going to want to have, and the new EGR valve if you want, you're going to want to have a vacuum pump that has different connections that can connect to the EGR valves to see if they hold air. Also, you're going to need a variety of course, you're going to have a toolbox, hopefully, to have ratchets and sockets. But the socket is going to be a 1/2 inch for my vehicle to remove the 2 bolts that hold in the EGR valve. But you might want to have some swivel type ratchets and things like that to be able to access them. That's pretty much all the tools you're going to need to replace your EGR valve. So let's get to it. And if we walk over to the vehicle, as you can see right down in here, there is the EGR valve, and this is the area of the pipe we got to get loose right here with the wrench. So spray some WD-40, let it sit for a while because you're going to need it. This is going to be hard to break loose. I'm going to disconnect everything around here. Try to get the 1 1/16 wrench in there and then start pulling to your left. If you have trouble, spray more WD-40, wait longer. Eventually, you'll be able to spin it by hand, turn it by hand here. Now, 1/2 inch, we're going to remove these 2 bolts. One here, one here. I've already loosened them up. I couldn't get that on camera. So now I'm just going to turn it by hand and get them out. Okay, so after you've used whatever tools you need, whatever ratchets you need, swivel, whatever, now you're able to get those bolts out and the EGR valve comes out. Okay, I purchased a brand new EGR valve here. There's the old one. See, it's pretty freaking old. And we're going to double check here. We'll start with this one. Pump is connected to the old one here, and we'll pump it. You can see it's dropping. To test this one, I'm going to move the position sensor. This little thing on top, this EGR valve position sensor. The 3 bolts here, remove the bolts. I'm going to put it on top of here. Then we'll vacuum pump this one. Let's see what happens. This tool here just happens to fit perfect, so I turn this and I remove each of 3 bolts. Got it on top of the new one now. So let's see what happens if I connect this now, this hose, to this EGR valve. Let's see if we get a better result. There we go. That's what it's at. So the new EGR valve holding the air nicely. Very good. So my new EGR valve came with a gasket here. So I'm going to try to put it on now. I'm going to take the EGR valve, the gasket, let's take it over the hood. So there's the 2 bolts. We're going to bolt it in, but not super tight. Very loose, just enough so that we can have some wiggle room to put the pipe back on properly.
That starts right here. Reach back. See that? There it is. Right there. That's we're going to re-grab that again. So we grabbed it before. Slide it all the way back to the top. And we're going to screw it back into there. Screw it, hand screw it until a little bit, and then going to grab the giant wrench again. Attach these. And now I've got this guy attached. See what I'm saying? This big pipe right here is now attached. So everything's a little bit loose. And I'm even going to take my giant 1/16 wrench again. Make a couple of revolutions. Make sure it is definitely on there nicely. I mean, not tight yet, but it's on there. Okay. I'm convinced. I twisted it a couple times. This is connected, ready to tighten. So first, now I'm going to tighten these 2 bolts. The other side.
Now just tighten that final pipe here. We're going to tighten it up, you know, pretty tight so no air can escape. I mean, don't freaking kill it, but nice and tight. And then connect everything back the way it was. And, you know, make sure that before you put the EGR valve on, make sure that everything is going to have room to connect, including the original hose, including the original power to the EGR valve, and you'll be good to go. So that's pretty much it. That's how you're going to change your EGR valve out and test it on your vehicle. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll have more content coming soon. Working on this vehicle here, not a mechanic, learning as I go. Hope you all learn a little bit as well. Please let me know any suggestions, comments down below, and we'll talk to you next time. See ya.